Hello. Looks like we have a game already. That only took about 10 seconds. I think they out-team value us. Alright, so we got lizards with a ton of block guard. My prediction is this team has a good record. They got a one-turner, they've got a plus agility, skink, which is horrible. They got tackle, a break tacklesaurus. I mean, this is just a solid build. I'm assuming one of them died. Yeah, that's an amazing record. This person's good. One loss. Whew. So yeah, after our last game, how does our record look? It doesn't look too bad. If you switch these two around, it wouldn't look so bad. But we have lost a few. I did buy a new blitzer, Nif. So we're just down one of our 11 now, and we have all of our positionals in place. Plus the runner that we bought in for fun, who still, I don't think, has leveled, which is unfortunate. He'll probably get clobbered this game, because he needs some blodge. We could afford, you know what? Let's be that bad team. We're only down a lineman anyway, so the downside to doing this is, of course, that if we lose anybody, which could well happen, it's going to be long before we can get them back. But I don't know that we've bought Bloodriser Babe the whole time, have we? I think we've often been up on team value, despite being down players. I mean, I think we're probably the kind of team that there's a couple teams that this team doesn't want to see, and I'd put us as one of those. I think the other thing they would not want to see is kind of murdery teams, because whilst they have a lot of guard and block, which is going to make it really hard to actually get the blocks, they themselves are not very murdery. Let's try defending. Yeah, they're set up to, see, this is what I like. This is why I would set up a team similar to this. This team is not set up to kill the other team. It's set up to win. And I know you can win by killing the other team, but it's not a guaranteed sort of tactic, obviously, as we've seen from a few of our opponents. So I think our new blitzer gets the honor of being on the line. It's the downside of being the new guy. We want to keep our tackle guy as well hidden as we can, because obviously they've got lots of skanks. I do not know who I want to put on the front line, because we also kind of want to keep the Mighty Blow guy, because he's also going to be useful for the skanks. I guess we sacrifice our runner, because I'd rather he go out than one of the witch elves. We're really at that sort of stage now where we don't have enough non-skilled players, which I know sounds like not a problem. If you're Saurus, it's not a problem, because you just put a bunch of these guys across the front and they survive. But when you're elves and you want to protect your whole team, you've got to make sacrifices. I mean, I would normally not want to sacrifice a blitzer on the line, but what can we do? So they got one Mighty Blow guy, so I guess if you want to look on the positive side, mostly we're going to get blocked by just regular strength. Downside is they have the tackle, which is crucial for them, and they also have this break tackle guy, so they have a good blitzer. But yeah, this is a combination of really good player and just solid level up options. I wonder if he had Mighty Blow on his old source. I'd expect maybe one. Going guard for the most part is great, but you kind of generally teams do have one guy just to kind of do Mighty Blow blitzes and stuff. And they often are the ones that get injured, because obviously they're high priority targets. So if this guy came up against Chaos or something, the Chaos would have gone after that that guy a lot more than anybody else. I think these are just computer names, I can't remember though. I've only played as lizards a few times. They're interesting, but I don't know. I did okay-ish, but they were not one of the teams that I sort of took to immediately. But yeah, he runs a very tight team as well, only 11 players. That may be partially because he has suffered a few injuries in his games, or he may just like to keep it close so that he doesn't give away a lot in team value. Alright, well that's something. I can't, unfortunately they've got guys everywhere, but we'll put our blocker on this guy. Actually, let's put our blocker over here. Gonna put my sidestepper there. My guard guy can come back. I'm not going to try and make any kind of play here because he's got a pretty safe setup here. Just going to try and survive a bit longer. So I put this guy here. This guy was always going to get blocked by somebody. I'd rather not have anybody on the Crocs, really. This guy's just going to get blocked down. He was always going to anyway. My hope is maybe he doesn't pair this guy and I can just move away. I don't know why I brought here. I should have used this guy. Oh well. I should not be letting this guy be out in the open. And the loner is just a sacrifice. I assume he's not going to foul, but one never knows. So what's he got? This guy has sprint, I believe, or he might have sure feet, which makes your going for it safer. Sure feet, okay. And that guy does too, so he likes to have that movement on his skinks. But he does only have the 4 skinks, so if we can start to remove any of them, he starts to get worried. But I assume he's gonna like keep them really nice and blocked up and away from us. Yep, there we go. This is why I shouldn't have put this guy there. He should have been back here so he could threaten a block. So is he going to move the Crocs in? I don't know. Don't know how aggressive he's going to be. He hasn't blitzed yet, but he probably wants to blitz with this guy. Probably moving this guy around as a blocker and then going to blitz down here. Or on my guard guy. Honestly, with his team, the guard guy's not a huge threat. Okay, this is interesting. I didn't expect Saurus, and for this reason. Guess he was looking for that mighty blow. But now we have something of a potential to get into his back, and I think we at least try it. So we put our guard here. We put, you can go here. We're going to try and basically blitz through here. You are actually gonna stay back for now, because this is a fair chance of this not going well. You can be the one to blitz. If we don't knock him over, no, actually I don't want you to blitz. Let's blitz with you. That did not go as well as we wanted. Maybe I should have wrestled. Let's see, we'll just go this way. It's not worth the reroll. Back you off. Now, how bad is it looking through there? Now it's all dodges all the way around. So you can go stand next to a skink. You can at least pressure the back. This is why I left this guy back, because I had a feeling we weren't going to get a lot done. Now, this is the potential. I think I'm going to do this at the end and just run him all the way through. Let's see if we make our dodges. Yeah, getting another guy in there is not really worth it. So we're going to have another guy back here. And where do we want to go? Here, I guess. It's a pity I can't get that extra square. We don't re-roll any of these. Especially not when it's the first one. So we didn't get to put as much pressure on as we'd have liked. It was going to be a little tricky anyway, because he had a screen across it. This is why this guy needs dodge or leap or something. Okay, his Crocs is not behaving right now, which is excellent. So yeah, I'm trying to play sensibly and cautiously because they have so much movement. These guys can effectively go 11. Well, this guy can't. Okay, they can effectively go 10. The two that have sure feet can go 10 pretty safely. And one of them has sure hands and one of them has agility, so they are not to be trifled with. We've blocked up a few of his Saurus. Blocking, just kind of standing up Saurus can be a reasonable tactic, especially if you have, you know, block and dodge, but we don't want to do it until we feel like we can make some, you know, some real pressure happen. And I didn't feel like I could get a ton of pressure here, so I did not go for it. That? Oh, he's got tackle. Fair enough. We're going to move towards the box. I really don't expect him to foul. I mean, maybe we'll just go out anyway, because we're only on the 7. No. So yeah, I expect him to kind of like, you know, block me off, but I don't. Maybe he starts fouling, but I'd be surprised. So that initial blitz, that really did surprise me, because he seems like a really solid player from his record. I don't feel like you get a record that good without being good. You can't luck that many games. And lizards are... I think lizards are generally a pretty good early team. They suffer from the lack of block on the Saurus, but they're like 6 strength 4 guys, and the Crocs, coupled with just the super movement of the Skinks, means that they do generally do pretty well early on when nobody has guard, because they just outstrength everybody. It's once you get deeper in and everybody starts getting, you know, their claw teams, that lizards start to really struggle because their Saurus start dying. Okay, so he's going for the old boring cage, which I fully understand. I kind of wish our wrestle guide got a little closer. I need to remember who has sidestep on their team as well. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. Alright, this is one of those situations. That was interesting. What was he expecting this guy to do? So this is one of those times where I think I do try and be a pain. I don't want to be next to the tackle guy, really. Although I can hit the skink if I put a non-dodger by the tackle guy. Don't really want to. I want to do it with this guy though. Eey, that's not so good. You stand up. Got one dice there. I think we take that. If my yeah, okay. Well, that's not ideal. But we do move up on it. Because this guy also has blodge. I don't really want to blitz in here with the witch, because I could end up in a 2 dice against. We'll just stand this guy up as well, because that holds another person in place. I could run my mighty blow guy in. No, let's run... Let's leave him here. Run my witch in. And I think this lets me do a 2 dice into a 2 dice, maybe. I have to go this way to push this guy out of my way. No, it goes into a 1 dice. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you go away. Okay, we're just kind of like leaving the pressure kind of lingering there. Yeah, I forgot the ball carrier had nobody on him, which I shouldn't have done really. But, I mean, it was a 2 dice with block into a 1 dice with block, so I don't feel like that was terrible. We are going to get punched a lot, but we're right in his grill. And he doesn't have a lot. This is where the lack of mighty blow might work to our favour. Because he's got to decide when he wants to actually... Yeah. He's got to decide how much does he want to push, how much does he want to leave me in contact. Obviously he has guard working for him, so even if I stay in contact, it may not help. We kind of expected that guy to get pushed over, but we didn't put a blodger there for that reason. Because it wouldn't have protected them any better than that. We did kind of move his Saurus on this side of the cage out a little bit, which is nice. But of course, 1 block here and this guy can get back in, but it's still a little light on Saurus on this side. This guy got up, which is sad, but expected. I guess the skink could... Can the skink block? Yeah, the skink could dice me here, but he doesn't have block, so it's a bit riskier. Let's see. We want to go this way. We want to kind of stay in kind of annoying places. I put him here basically to make these guys just waste blocks and stay in place. So yeah, our weak link is down this corner, so he may decide to push out this way. The witch makes it a bit fiddly, but he has agility 4, so not super fiddly, that's nice. Although everybody's kind of gathering around the Saurus now. I mean the Crocs. Yeah, a lot of this comes down to if our armor holds up and if our blodge holds up. Traditionally, neither has held up, so I don't know why I keep trying the the same tactics. Looks like he's going to maybe just dodge back and round. We do have a guy here though, so he needs to put some protection in place. He's being indecisive, which I like. Okay, looks like he's just going to form up with another skink here probably. Although, who's free? It's got to make a dodge here, it could fail. It almost failed. That would have given us a 2 dice on the ball, so we're causing him some definite trouble here. That is amazing, obviously. Don't think you appo a fresh skink. Alright, so what have we got going on here? This goes into a 1 dice. We could either try and come around on this skink, although it is a not as favourable dodge as I'd like. Might just take on the Saurus, to be honest. I think you have to get up. I need to move this guy first to get him out of the way. You just get up. I think that gives us a hit on the Crocs. Yeah, that's nice. Means we can just stick him next to this guy. Obviously we'd like to be using this guy, but now we move here. I'm gonna blitz into here. Nice. Let's stay for a second. Yeah, I think we do want to be here. I feel a little... Okay, so we can do a another 2 dice into a 1 dice there. I think you just have to keep him occupied. That's the dodge used. I really want to get this guy back around though. No. Okay, that's really good. Yeah, I'd probably go here. That'd be annoying. No, it doesn't. Good. Because we want her here. Let's go here. I guess we try this 1 dice because this guy's not doing a whole lot right now anyway. And we're just gonna push him out of the way. Okay. I'm feeling very tense this game, and I think it's because this is the downside of looking at people's records, is you kind of start to make... Okay, he can push me where he wants. I was going to move up next to this guy. Okay, looks like he's going to swing back over, but that moves back towards our agility 5, so... Let's see. Yeah, that guy's going to just keep getting pummeled until he goes off the pitch, unfortunately. Oh, is it now? Yep. I think we accept a player for a player. He's actually probably in our bottom 5 players right now, so much as I hate to do that. we have got them down a skink. If we can do a skink for every elf, then we're doing alright. I don't know if we can do that. In theory we could. If we can get at these skinks, which I think we can start to potentially. I mean, we hit this one already. Ooh, a dodge against tackle. He's not super worried about that though, obviously, because he has the agility 4. That said, obviously we're trying not to stand next to his tackle because we don't want to take that risk. So he is taking some risks here. Looks like this guy's maybe going to go this corner. That gives us a possible into the cage with our other blitzer here. Having the crocs being marked by one guy is really nice, so I don't know if he'll use the crocs to blitz and then move into the middle or something. He doesn't want him just on one player. That's for sure. Yeah, it looks like the crocs is blitzing, because this guy doesn't want to blitz for 1 dice. I mean, I didn't really want the guard guy marking him anyway, because he's going to get pummeled. So you just moving in? Yeah. This guy may just dodge out. Or he may just stand up. Ooh, for a second I had hopes of an injury there. I mean, Saurus getting injured is almost even better, really. So I think we have a go at this guy. We don't have anybody on his tackle anymore, and I think we need somebody on his tackle at all times. I'd like to be doing this block with my tackle guy, but he is not. You know, I'd have to do a bit of a dodgy dodge to get through there. So I think this is the first thing we do. We don't reroll it if... Unless it's double skulls, we don't reroll it. Okay, so he's down to 2 skinks for this drive. I think, yeah. And the nice thing is that means we can move in here. He doesn't really have to blitz us off, but it kind of almost acts like he does. Let's see, so I need 2 more assists here if I want to do this as a... You're just regular witch. I guess you'd be okay, an okay person to mark him up. I think I'm just going to do it as a 1 dice and reroll if I get a skull. You can move to here. We'll keep our mighty blow back. And you don't need to be that far across. Trying to be kind of cognizant of the fact that... In fact, do you want to go up further? I think you do. I think you want to be a threat here. And you want to be sort of our keeper back here. A push is fine here. We're just going to unfortunately let the witch elf take a hit. And yeah, I think we're just gonna call it at that. We're trying to kind of keep a line in the middle so we can adjust, because he's obviously going to want to switch sides a lot. He's got the movement to outpace us. Let's see. Let's go this way, because that provides a little bit of a barrier for this guy coming through then. Oh, I should have gone here, actually. Did I go here? I don't know anymore. No, I didn't. I should have gone there. I forgot this guy was free. Probably push him that way. I mean, the thing is, if he tries to come through, he can only come through with so many. He can come through with this guy. I guess he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys free. He does have a blitz to free up somebody else, to free up one of these guys. But they're both on... Unless he kind of blitzes with this guy, they're both not using block. And at some point we have to hope that his dodges stop working. I mean, they probably won't because he's got dodge with a reroll. And for the record, this guy can dodge on a 2+ just constantly because he has stunty. Okay, so him going here makes me feel like he wants to come to this side of the pitch. I mean, he probably would want to knock that guy down anyway, but... Although that would kind of make it hard for this guy to get too involved. Okay, yeah. So he's reforming over there. I think the tricky thing for him is he's running out of enough players to make a full-on cage. So he's kind of at the point of screening somewhat. And with 4 turns to go, we're at the point where we might consider jumping in, because this guy just doesn't have the speed to go anywhere. He can go, what can he do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he can't even close this guy in. Where are you going? Yeah, he's doing a lot of dodging, which he can. So yeah, I think he's looking to knock this guy down and then use this guy as the last square, last part of his cage. He might even stay where he is. Although that would give us obviously a tackle in here. Oh, that went really well. He's doing some work now. We have our guider here as well. Where are you going to go? Because obviously right now we can come in this way and get a 2 dice with tackle. Unless he does some GFIs, which he might do. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then, but then you can't bring that guy in here. Oh, he has the chance to use a reroll. Oh, he's trying to dodge past our tackle guy. So we've got a reroll out of him. Okay, yeah, this is sort of what... Oh, he ran out of time. Okay. So we can just stand this guy up. And I think we actually just stand this guy up. We have to dodge this guy out. Okay, let's blitz. Is there anything else we want to do? Not yet, because it depends on this. And okay, and we reroll this. Okay, we don't need to reroll it. So we follow it. He's probably going to put it next to the Crocs. Or in here. Although, I don't know. Yeah, one of these two. Stun is nice, because that means he's down to the one guy. Where is the ball gone? Okay, it's gone in between 2 of his players, so that's pretty lucky for him. But we can make this kind of awkward now. This is that's not too risky. I mean, it might turn out to be bad, but... let's see, where do you go? Do we try and prep you to hand off the ball to you, or do we use you as a back? you're not so good at the back, so I'd rather have you as our... as a kind of blocker to the situation. We're going to leave this guy stood up. And I think our witch becomes our back player. Because obviously this guy can... if they knock these two guys down, which we hope they wouldn't, but they could, then obviously this guy can dodge out, grab the ball, and do something nasty. So it's nice to have somebody kind of staying at home. Because these guys could also obviously get knocked down as well. Although it'd be hard to do both. Let's see. So obviously we've freed up a lot of Saurus from her as well. I think we try and mostly stay... If we stay up, we try and circle around the ball until towards the end of the turn, where we might decide to bobble onto it. It kind of depends how many he goes for. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's... I mean, you don't need him here. This is super annoying for him. This is a bad trade. Which is why we're doing it. I mean, he may get punched out of the game, but at the moment he's holding on, he's kind of keeping in place his most useful tool for kind of getting us out of the way here. And we currently have a tackle on their skink, although that may go away if they push us off. So we stay next to the ball for now. Because we want this to be as hard as possible. I could go onto the ball, but who knows where it bobbles, and it might bobble to us, but they've still got a player who could be used to blitz in. This guy doesn't have sidestep, so if he doesn't move, we can just knock him onto the ball and see what happens, and still have a bunch of players left to try and make the situation more to our liking. Okay, so that does mean he gets to move, which he likes. Where is he gonna go? What's the plan? He can't get on the ball currently. Okay, he's just going there. What does that do for him? I mean, this guy could already block. Oh, he's blocking that guy. I think... oh yeah, he probably couldn't already have done that. No, we're just going to stay on the ball again. And we're kind of okay that he moved onto the ball. He already had two players on the ball. Because the plan is maybe to knock the skink onto the ball, and we can do that with anybody. Unless the skink's gonna... maybe the skink's gonna dodge out so that we can't do that. But if the skink dodges out, obviously that is one less player on the ball for them. Or near the ball. So their tackle is free again. Okay. So the downside now is obviously we can't do a 2 dice here. But we can obviously blitz in with somebody else. And I think it has to be this guy. Hoping for push. If we don't get a push, I think we still knock him over and just maybe try and remove one more person and then have a dive in, see if we can pick it up. Okay, we got the push and the knockover actually, which is double good. Okay, so that's another stun, so they're back down to 1 skink for next turn. Okay, so they just have 1 person on the ball, and we have a guard on the ball. Oh, that guy has. Okay, they both have guard. So I do think we start off by trying to knock him off the ball and then see if we can get somebody out to get the ball. Let's see, I think we want you... Okay, the guard guy might be the guy that's trying to pick up the ball here. Unfortunately, neither of these guys has block. Let's see, I think we follow that. Rerolls for sure if anything goes wrong here. Let's see. So then we go here. We try and go here. Let's see. Yeah, you can try and move away. Oh, we don't have a proper cage. Hang on. We do try and reroll that because he can try and get in here. I couldn't see this guy behind the crocs very well. But obviously he could just have hit this guy, even a move out the way, and his crocs is blitzing in. At least this way his crocs can kind of get in on us. But yeah, and it's worth it too because we got 3 turns. His crocs can he can definitely blitz into this and get the crocs on the player. But this guy's hard to stop getting the ball to. He's got 1 skink. His break tackle guy is not close by, which is nice. This guy is somebody that honestly, if he brings everybody over here, I would totally consider passing to this guy. I am not too proud to have a lone attempt to score a touchdown. And that's a problem for him because he wants to use this guy to blitz, probably. But he may also just hold him back at the back as a safety, which would make a lot of sense. Okay, why is he re-rolling that one? Is he going for 2 dice against with Skink? Okay, yeah, he can come around that way. Oh, we can get... How did he knock this? I was apparently not paying attention there. That's a tough choice. I think he might just go for the push, yeah. Because he has a load of guard in place. Alright. So this guy catches it on a 3-up. Where's the skink going? Oh, maybe if he puts the skink here he won't. But if he puts the skink here, we might... Yeah, I don't think he wants to put skink here because we just blitz into that and push this guy out. And this guy is running off. He probably wants to put the skink in scoring position, actually. Okay, the skink has sidestep, fair enough. So the skink will just go somewhere else. Okay, he's going to keep going. So yeah, I think he's realised that this is obviously the big threat. The handoff to this guy and then him just taking off. Okay, so can we push in anywhere? There's a lot of guard around. Everything's going to be 2 dice against. Even the block on the skink, which we don't want to make anyway. So how do we push this guy out? I feel like this guy is the best chance. Into here. Goes into here. She goes into here. He goes here. It's not the best ever. You just have to get up and get in position. You have to get up. So yeah, this could go horribly wrong. But I honestly don't see a better way of doing this. A push is what we want. That's fine too. Stay. Alright, now can we clear this guy? That's 1 assist. That would be 2 assists. Okay. I don't think I should have moved anybody first, especially with the double ones. So he can probably get somebody over to this guy. If nothing else, he can get the skink over there, who has sidestep. Technically, our guider is also in scoring position, so we do have 2 unmarked people. Well, we have 2 people in scoring position, only one of which can be blocked. The other one can be marked. But obviously, a lot of his guys are pretty far away. The double ones, I mean, not super unlikely, but we already played that, actually. The only dodgy thing was the blitz. I mean, yeah, the blitz. Yeah, the rest of that was pretty safe. And the blitz was only a 1 to totally be a disaster. If it had been a both down, I'd have just had to do some serious rethinking and maybe some more difficult dice rolls. But we had we had people kind of on the periphery and free. Okay, so he's blitzing here, probably looking to free somebody up. Maybe with some chain pushes, push this guy off. So this guy's now free to kind of come up. So I think he's trying to get a person on each of these guys at least. But obviously they're both going to be standing still. Okay, so yeah, he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can get this guy on the ball. He's probably just going to try and get a couple guys on the ball as well. I mean, if he could roll a double one, that'd be beautiful. He's not, obviously, scoring is not a thing for him anymore. I would absolutely love to score, because obviously I'm better at defense than offense, so if I can score on their half, it takes a little of the pressure off in our half. Okay, so the second one was successful. This guy obviously comes up as well, because that's just a big pain. Oh, this guy is awake now as well. And he comes in as well. Oh wow, how did he fit that in? Okay, so one thing I will say is that this skink is doesn't have sidestep, so I can push him onto the ball. That may or may not work out for us. We need to score. Unfortunately, I think the only... I have to do it with somebody that doesn't have dodge to get out. I have to do this, I believe. A push we will take. That's effectively a push. We don't follow because we don't want this guy to pick up the ball. Okay, that is not much better. We could go for a second one by putting somebody on here. It would mean we're looking at somebody else trying to pick up the ball other than our guard guy, but I think I'm okay with that. Oh, this guy doesn't have... I don't want to put him here though, but I think I have to. I think this is worth it, because even this guy, that's going to be tricky for. Another push. But if we can just get it down to 2 tackle zones, that's something. We have to stay, unfortunately, again. The problem is... Okay, we got it down to 2 tackle zones. That is not the best. Let's see, if we move him that would help, but it's hard to move him. 50% dodge, 50% pickup. Yeah, this is the guy to try it with, I think. Oh, this is just so not likely. I mean, it's not that unlikely, but... We could get an intercept here, that'd be annoying. Maybe I should have gone the extra GFI? I don't know. Yeah, that wasn't that unlikely. It was like a 2, 3... 2, 2, 3... 3, 2? I don't know. Skink came back, so we're even on players again. I guess we should try and take the positive of having scored. It's not easy though. Did I say of having scored? Of having stopped them scoring. And they, yeah, we'll see though, because obviously they are probably just going to try and sort of blob us up, and they can kind of actually, they can one turn pretty easily. So there's something to be said for scoring a little earlier and kind of getting back on defense, honestly. It at least puts us more in chance of doing a draw than a loss, because I could very easily lose the ball to them and end up in a potential losing situation. I'd like to get the ball on the runner, but it does make him a little vulnerable. It does have dump off though, in an emergency. If I keep the wrestle guy close by, I can always drop it off to him, because he's pretty likely to catch it if it makes it near him. He's going to protect the skinks here. I think. He's kind of doing some weird stuff. Okay, that's more regular, sort of. Keeping the tackle guy at the back in case we try and burst through. So yeah, I think we play this runner on the ball. Trying to play it pretty cautious, but yeah. I'm sad though, I think we worked that pretty well to get the opportunity, and we didn't get the best scatters off our last two blitzes on the skink. I think it was a double one the turn before that kind of put us in that sad situation there, because it didn't look like he could get a decent blitz on the, if he had caught it up here. Everybody was rolling 2 GFIs to get there, so probably would have been like a dodge with a 50-50 reroll on it. Let's see. That is all in the past now. So yeah, I'm not planning to do a crazy hard push here. But I'm also not going to completely take my time. Let's try and play this somewhat sensibly. We'll probably do a Mighty Blow Blitz on... Honestly, I should probably do it on the on the guy with guard. He's more of a pain than this guy for sure. Can I get all the way around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, and they're kind of bunched up anyway in a line. So yeah, he's back up to 3 skinks, which is sad because 2 or at times 1 skink was a lot nicer. I think Kerr is one of ours. Okay, stun is okay. Yeah, you can go around. Do a quick hit on this guy, hopefully. Ooh, a KO would have been super nice. Keep him a little protected. I think you actually stay there. Gonna try and pick up before we do the dodge. Now, let's see. How far can the closest skink run? So I think we just want to go to here for now. We don't want them to be able to actually make it to us. Technically, a Saurus could. So let's go one more back, just to be 100%. And I shall be right back. I'm going to use the rest of my minute. Alright, doesn't look like I missed too much. So yeah, I'm a little worried because these 3 skinks are obviously great ball handlers, 2 of them at least. And the other one that isn't is really fast. So they can become a threat very early. I mean, they may even try and kind of blitz through, because obviously we haven't made a good wall. But they could blitz through and throw like 2 of the skinks down right close by to me, which means I have to make some awkward maneuvers. That said, if the skink's close by to me, might mean I can hit him. So, what's he doing? Maybe he ran away for a minute as well. Yeah. Going in with the Crocs again. I don't know why you wouldn't want to try and use the tackle guy. I know Mighty Blow is good, but you're already relying on those pairs. Which this game at least haven't been happening too much. Okay, I'm kind of okay with that. I was kind of worried that he might just base everybody up. Now obviously we have dodge, so it's not as bad for us, but okay. Looks like he's just going for let's remove the... oh boy. Okay, the pairs are back. I mean, removal, I get the removal thing. But I'm surprised. This is how I'd expect somebody to play that didn't have the kind of team makeup that he does. He might pop somebody here just to give me a rough dodge out because I got the tail plus somebody in my way. If he just puts a skink the other side of me, I'll probably just like one dice a skink at the end of my turn if I can. So he's hiding his skinks. I think we do probably make a play to this side. If we can keep, you know, obviously we've got the tackle guy still to worry about, but if we can, yeah, he's not put a lot over this side. I can leave this guy on the Saurus. I can leave this guy on this guy, and that takes out a couple, plus this one's out as well. And we can at least make some kind of inroads over here. You, I think I'm probably just going to end up getting up. How far can you get? You can get over to here. I would like to knock this guy over. You know what? I don't think it's worth it. I was going to try and witch blitz him just to try and get the extra chance at him, but it's not worth it. I'd rather just have him on the ground, for sure, rather than push him into where I'm planning on going. Now, I don't need to get too ahead of myself, which I am. That said, we can use this guy as... yeah. So let's get a little ahead of myself. You can get up to here. Could put her on the skinks. Neither of these guys have agility, so that's kind of annoying. Let's see. If I go here, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blockable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, if I'm here, less blockable, but I think I'd rather be closer to the wrestle guy. Do I want to be right next to the wrestle guy? No. Alright, so now we hope that this works. If it doesn't, it doesn't really. Okay. So that is nice in the sense that it does mean that even with GFIs, he's not getting in. I don't know what happened earlier with the Crocs. I don't know what I didn't see. I have to look at that when I glance back at the video, because I was really sure he didn't have a blitz in on me, but apparently he did. That I would say was the biggest mistake of the half. From my, I think overall I played alright, but that was definitely a mistake, and I didn't even see what happened. I thought I had 4 guys surrounding the ball that weren't touching, but I guess I missed somebody. So this guy is in theoretical scoring position. The question is he going to try and like, I mean, he can definitely wall me off up here. Yeah, the question is he going to? Look, I assume he's going to start blitzing with this guy now, because he's much more effective. Okay. Well, you don't necessarily need him right here. Oh, interesting. But not too surprising, because he wants to, okay, he wants to move the skinks around instead. Let's go here, because that gets less in everybody's way. And by everybody, I mean my. So yeah, this was so he could use the skinks as a screen here, which makes sense. Nice thing is we can just stand this guy up. This guy is kind of tied up. We'll see what happens with this guy. Why do I feel like I got so few players? It always feels that way. Huh? Okay, that's a push. Probably push him over here so this guy frees up. But it does mean that now we can just tie this guy back up again. Or we'll just stay with him. Yeah, so this is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just out of range right now. I really want to hit some skinks. Alright, so this guy's the only kind of push through weak link, and we don't have enough speed to bother doing that. Let's see. We do have these guys both kind of tied up, so this may be a switch. I would love to hit a skink, but I'm on a tackle. I think there's still something to be said for that. So let's stand you up. Not that I'm planning on doing anything too risky right now. And we're going to switch over as hard as we can. And I think we pop the witch here, because we do have to worry about this guy deciding to blitz this guy off and then trying to come around and get on the ball. Let's see. I think you go here. Or do you go further? No, I think you go there. Wrestle guy is gonna sit on the ball carrier, so that's a somewhat effective cage now, with these two guys being caught up, so we can attempt see if we can get this. Gotta push. Let's see. Stay. Yeah, I think I'm actually happy kind of there. Not a lot of point in re-rolling that. We weren't counting on this being... I was just going to plug it up if I could, just to save people coming through and getting on me, but... he's got stuff he has to, like, think about. I mean, she's technically in scoring range. He's in scoring range. He is not in scoring range. So I got two people that could even potentially score next turn. So we can't just abandon this. But obviously we've made a push up this side, so he needs to abandon it somewhat. He could maybe just kind of put a couple of source here and then move these guys back across. Because I do have the ball over here, so it's going to be a pain to get it all the way over there. Okay, this guy's just acting as a... You can't dodge away from me, which is sensible. So who's going to blitz? I wouldn't be surprised to see the Crocs try and blitz this guy off and come in. Like sit here or something. It's going to bring more... Definitely going to bring somebody else over here, because otherwise I can potentially just hit this guy off if I pop another assist in. He may want to start getting skinks on the ball. Or a skink on the ball. It's a bit more risky now he didn't knock that guy down. He may just bring another Crocs in. Where's that guard guy? Our guard guy fell over here, didn't he? He's always making bad dodges, that guard guy. He really needs dodge. Problem is I'm going to give him block next. Because block keeps you standing up more, which is what you want with a guard guy. Okay, so he's really packing in here, which is interesting. Definitely makes me want to kind of switch things up a bit. So just going to keep pushing this guy over to the edge. If I leave him there another turn, he'll get surfed, so at the end of the turn, if we can, we're probably gonna... You know, if you want to do that, I'm kind of okay with that. Ooh, kind of okay with that as well. Thinking of switching back over the other direction again. Okay. Got both of those in. I don't think it changes a whole lot for us. Let's see. So I can hand off if I want to and get this guy coming over. I think unfortunately these guys both just stand up. As does this guy. We hand off to this guy. And he makes his way over. Where's his break tackle? His break tackle's in between two people, so that's good. Yep. I think we actually go after this skink here. Nice. It'd be nice to have that agility guy kind of not really as involved. And let's put her in kind of a worrying scoring position. Now, the danger here, of course, is that this guy can kind of get across pretty easy. He can get somebody across here. So do I dodge this guy out and act as a... I'm gonna have to re-roll, unfortunately, if it goes wrong. As that's the case, I may as well try and go with this guy instead. Because he'd also have to re-roll. Do I want you out of here? Yeah. Unfortunately. Everybody else stays. This is one of those turns where I don't feel like I've made the best decisions. Like, these guys are both stood up, but like, let's see. He hits there. This guy is free, although it's not ideal, admittedly. So that gets him an assist on the ball, which I kind of expected that. Downside is I have wrestle. So, even if he hits me with a block guy, the chances of me falling over are pretty bad. Okay, I didn't expect that, I must admit. Ooh. That's not great. Which way are you pushing? This way to get it away from me, or this way to get it closer to you? Fair enough. Oh, this could bounce badly for us. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. This guy has a tough time getting to that. This guy has a tough time getting to it. This guy can get to it with some dodging. And our wrestle guy is next to it. So it's available, but he has to dodge probably past the tackle guy. And then kind of back around into a little cage that he makes with these guys. Or at least, let's see. Two of them. I don't think he can clear two of them with... Yeah, he can free up one of these guys. So this guy is now free to kind of come around the back. Where's this guy gonna go? He could theoretically get in here. And he's got a... Actually, he doesn't have the best chance here because he'd also be going past tackle. No, he wouldn't be. He'd be going into the tackle guy, which isn't so bad. Alright. Yeah, there's too many skinks on the field for my liking. The Saurus are obviously a pain, but it's the skinks that do the eventual damage. Is he just getting in position, or is he going to do some GFIs? Kind of expecting somebody to come through and in. Oh yeah, I wanted to dodge him out at the end. I mean, I guess he's tied up the Saurus. I mean, I keep calling him the Saurus. The Crocs for a while. Looks like this guy's maybe coming in. Some crazy dodging shenanigans. Is he gonna go all the way? He's made all his dodges so far. Okay, where is this ball going? It's going out. Okay. Yeah. There's a danger. I mean, had it gone down here, that would have been pretty bad for us. But that, you know, the risk of jumping onto the ball there is this very thing. So you need to at least stand next to the ball. I think honestly our first thing to do here is try and pick it up. Nobody can get on the ball if we do. You know what, let's at least stand a couple of guys. No, you don't want to stand up. Okay, I think that's it for standing people up. So we're not going to score this turn, we're going to score next turn, which leaves them 3 turns to score. Like I don't want to fall into the end zone here. And nobody can reach us, so there's just no need. I think you're going to have to dodge. I really want to get a blitz in first, but I don't see where there's an easy blitz. Can't blitz you, that would get you closer. Yeah, we just have to do this dodge, unfortunately. Oh, can you get on her? Oh, you can. Oh, that's real bad. I should have gone over here. Okay, that's fine. Skip. Follow. Interesting. Okay, we've at least put him somewhere because he could potentially block this guy, blitz this guy off, and then GFI up next to her. I thought she was a lot safer. All she needed to do was when she got the ball, go over here, and he would be in a real tough spot to try and get to her because this switch would block. But I've made this harder than I needed to because I forgot the Crocs was there somehow. Okay, that is potentially good. Can he still get up there if he blitzes? Let's see. Okay, when I say potentially good... I think we have to app... Oh, this is going to app into something bad, I know. Okay, it didn't. I think we need players on the field. We need to kind of counter his appo. So if he blitzes here, he could still technically make it next to me. So here's where we could start losing players. But we always knew that was a risk. We did at least dodge this guy out. Yeah, I was so concentrating on the skinks being able to reach that I forgot about the danger of the Crocs. I think I have to go back as a defender here, in case this goes horribly wrong. I'm still kind of expecting the blitz. GFI is up there. Probably get this guy up at least close. Oh, that's tricky, because he still wants to do this. Oh, that's... That's good though. We could... Do we try and continue to stall this out? And try and hit their skinks? Because they're not doing a good job of getting up the field. We could have run away for at least another turn, but they can so easily two-turn. I think if nothing else, we do try and hit that skink. Let's pop you here just as a precaution, in case we quad skull. Getting the Agi guy out would make their... we've got 3 turns and 3 rerolls. Okay. Okay, that's good. So he's got... I think we try and stall this out a little longer. He's got 2 skinks to try the 1-turner with. I'd like to get rid of this guy. Let's at least get out of his range. Okay. So I don't want to lose players either. So let's move a couple guys. Oh, we may lose the guy over on the right here. Maybe I should have dodged him first. So yeah, he has to put some pressure on there, I think. Being down to 2 skinks is scary. Being down to 1 skink would be great. He's probably not even going to pick them up, because he doesn't want me to hit them before I go in. I think he needs to put pressure on and not pick up his skinks. That would be enough to make me score. I was considering a foul if the loner had been closer as well. But yeah, he doesn't pick up the skinks here. Unless he's crazy. Unless crazy things happen, we have a draw here. It would be so nice to win, but it's really gonna come down to a combination of how well he plays that last turn and a little bit of luck thrown in. He's gonna need 1 skink to pick up the ball. I think we're gonna have to give him the 2 turns, which is so doable with lizards, but not a guarantee because their ball handling is not the best. Probably, yeah. He didn't come out early. Veg? Veg and pasta? Veg and pasta? If we got some, yeah, sure. Okay. Sorry, dinner discussions. Are you gonna stay in or are you going away? Let's see. Okay, he's staying in for now. Maybe he's doing that and then he is gonna move the skinks. But... yeah, I was worried he was going to move this guy and then surf him, but he has not chosen that. And he wants to get this guy here, or here, just to block me off if he's going to stand the skinks up. Okay, that's nice. So we've preserved most of our Most of our team, yeah. For the, you know, for the next drive. Oh yeah, I will use dodge. You can set dodge to optional all the time, or just optional when you're near the sideline. I just have it for sideline. I probably should have it for all the time, but it's a pain. It's like having tackle set for... There's a few skills that you can have set for do you want us to choose or do you want to choose. Yeah. Okay, so he played it sensible in the end. I think as we have 2 rerolls, we at least try and get a mighty blow hit on this guy. If we get a push here, we just take the push. Okay. Whew. Little bit scary there, but we haven't wasted the reroll because we've only got 1 turn left. We've basically got 1 turn to try and defend this. And you could say that was greed, but it was more that I feel it's going to be hard for him to score even if I fail that, because he's got to pick up a skink, get it all the way down, and then get it all the way back down the other end. So probably looking at a draw either way, but this way maybe we get 1 more guy out. Okay, so we're down 1 more guy. I think we need to use you. I don't really want to put my tackle guy up front. Let's put the witch up there. Okay, this is a little bit weird, but I'm thinking of doing this. Because I don't want the Crocs to blitz in the front here and stand up 2 of my more maneuverable people. So I think we're going to do this. You know what, I should at least move one of them slightly off to the side. Let's move the more maneuverable one. Have him able to stand up less guys at once. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Looks bizarre. So yeah, 2 turns for him, 1 turn for me to try and react. He should be good enough to do this. He may even decide he wants to do it in 1 turn. He can't just run the... I don't think he can just run the guy right down to the end and get out of our range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he can't. So, and that goes for the same. Even if he brought a skink round and put it next to one, the other one can still run around the second skink and get in there. But he's going to need 1 skink to pick up the ball. He may just try and pick up the ball and kind of come down to like a little defensive pocket on one side, maybe even in the middle to give himself a better run at it. We either try and probably screen him as... Oh, screening's not really going to work with his... Oh, he's lost his agility, so it'll work a bit better, but he still runs through every tackle zone on the 3+. We're just going to see. I mean, it's kind of out of our hands. Very out of our hands till we see what he's going to do. Looks like he's going to maybe form a pocket. I think I would be tempted to form like a pocket round here. Get 1 skink in there. If you can, get both skinks in there so that they both, if one of them like has an accident, the other one can still get in. Yeah, he's very heavily leaning this way. Oh, he got an extra reroll. That's huge. It did go far back though, so this guy's not gonna quite make it into... This guy's probably not gonna be able to get into... No, he's not gonna be able to get into scoring place. This one needs to get into scoring place before they do any of the ball handling. Because you don't want to be doing a throw to a guy who is out of scoring range, because you're done then. Any roll that goes bad from before he moves this guy, the game is done. So I think if anything, maybe you blitz here, form your pocket, get this guy in position, and then do everything else. I mean, I guess a quad skull's not that unlikely. Him going down is unfortunate, but pairs happen, as we know. He's not doing anything on the last turn. He's left his... That was nice because it's left his tackler 3, who I don't know why the tackler wasn't on the wing anyway. Oh, that is... He's made some surprising moves. I mean, that's honestly risky. Because this guy has loner. You roll 3 both downs there and there's a 50-50 chance that you just lose the game. So that's 3 5s or 6s at the same time, which is not unheard of. Okay, no armor break is nice. He's done a lot of stuff before he moved this guy. He may be trying to get this guy the ball before anything else, but that's... I just wouldn't do that. It's too scary. We may be looking at a crazy wrestle play here. If this guy doesn't get in scoring range, which as I say, I don't think he can. Even if we wrestle this guy down, that's pretty much... Unless he rolls a 6 on a Saurus picking up, you know, being thrown the ball, he is in trouble. So let's see how tight this cage is. So now he technically has scoring threats. The game is definitely not over. This guy can't. 3... Oh, he's doing it beforehand. This is so risky. I mean, I know it doesn't look that risky, 2+, 2+, 3+, but if anything goes wrong here... No, it didn't. So now he just sits in his cage, maybe here. Honestly, I wouldn't have done it that way. I'd have put this guy down and then just left the throw till... Because I know, you know, you could say, well, if he misses it, he can do it next turn, but this guy can't score next turn if he's over here. Oh, is that it? Yeah, I think it is. Do we have our guard guy? We do, but he's next to the Crocs. That's unfortunate. What? This guy doesn't have... Okay. Okay, this is weird. So, let's have a look here. Can I move this guy in a meaningful way? I need to come through here. So if I have somebody here, it's bad. But it's going to be in a dodge on each one. You just stand up. Can you make it? Can make it here. Okay, you can make it all the way. Okay. So I think we have to try this first. This may just be the end of the game here, but if we start rolling ones. Okay, that's good. You can make it here. You can make it here with 1 GFI. I think we do a 2 dice into a 1 dice here. With the witch. We should get a little coverage. We have to cut through here. Alright, that's as much as we can do. Hang on, what did I... okay. Okay, let's see where this ball goes. Oh, I can't get to it. So this is still technically scoreable by a Saurus. I'd like to have dodged this guy back, but I left that real close. That is a sucky player loss there. So this guy can move down. If he gets the Saurus in the end zone, he can do a throw for the win, which is sad. So I think what you do, you just block this guy out the way, hopefully down, run this guy down into the end zone, bring the skink through and throw and hope for some sixes. Okay, for a moment I thought he was just going to go for killing me, but that actually makes it a bit more fiddly. Because now the skink... yeah, he has a dodge to do there, however he goes. He has to go the most direct route, so he can go do 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 do. Yeah. So it's just one dodge. So that was actually good for us. I hate this when you know they can still score. And you know it's unlikely, but you know they can do it. Okay. Oh, the push is good. But you can just push him here. It's another guy to dodge through though. Okay, where are you? Are you going? Oh, you're going in, maybe. Yep. Okay, that's that done. So this is a lot of dodges, unless he's going to just try and do it with a Saurus, but that's 2 6s in a row. 3 6s in a row. You got to do it the skink, I think. No, that's not what you mean to do. That makes no sense. He was not meaning to do that. He's going for it with the Saurus. Okay, it's only a 5+. If this is a successful... oh boy. He failed the 1, of course. So it's going to be maybe a 5 to a 5. Okay. Wow, he double won that bit. Okay, that's harsh. But it was so unlikely to work. He needed the 5 to pick up, and then probably a 5 or 6 to throw, and a 6 to catch, I think. Or a 5 or 6 to catch. Well, that's big. We just hurt that guy's record a lot. Okay, and we got back up to 50k. Oh, that's fine. He was there, so he did a good job. He helped out a lot. He took a lot of hits. So yeah, crazy game. It only got 9 armor breaks. I think that's probably a little low, but I think you could say we've been earned a little bit of that. Look at that lack of. Oh yeah, because that injury at the end was on the crowd rather than us. Yeah. Yeah. See, you wouldn't. I think that was a pretty even, close game that we just edged out pretty well, I think. You could say there were a couple of bits of luck. The scatter from when they blitzed me was a bit of luck. But I'm pretty sure we had some rough things happen too, like the double 1 in the first half where we had a touchdown on their half. So I think it evened out overall. Not as, I mean, definitely didn't play badly in any way at all, but not quite as horrible as I thought it was going to be. But let's do something we haven't done yet. because I haven't been really checking the table because I know we're going to be most of the way down it. But I'm curious where they were, because that's a good record. And we've never looked at the leaderboard before. I don't know how far up they'd be because there's a lot of people that have played a lot of games. See, this person's played 38 games in the time we've played 20. Let's see. I expect they were pretty far up there. It's not... Was it this one? I should have paid more attention to their team name. It was this one. So they were actually probably a few places higher than this, because they were 17.51. There's nobody with the... Oh, there's a 17.51. So actually he probably stayed in roughly this... I feel like this should mean he goes down a bit. I think with only one extra game played and one extra loss, I think he will actually end up maybe dropping a little bit further. Because that's kind of weird. But yeah, I mean that's a top 2 page ranked team that we just played. How far down are we? Did we creep into the top 100? We just creep into the top 100. Even with our huge 5 losses. So yeah, it's not too bad. How many teams are there? It's 382 pages. So there's 5,000 teams, give or take. Now obviously a lot of these, as you can see, have been abandoned early on. And not deleted yet. Let's see where it actually gets to the point where... Okay, so... there's probably like 400 active teams. I mean, not 400, like 4,000 active teams, because this looks more like kind of active records. 4,000 and we're in top 100, so we're doing pretty good considering we are not doing as well as I'd like. So yeah, overall pretty solid. Okay, that was long. I'm going to stop the video and I will catch you for the next game. Bye for now.